I cannot overemphasize just how important it is to make sure that circuit breaker is not engaged. So make sure you look for your heat pump. There's also your air conditioning. And make sure that thing's popped. Alright, so turned into off position. It's opposite from most of the other ones. Alright, because when you're working out there, you don't want to get zapped. Well, it's about 75 degrees outside this morning. I put a gazebo awning over the area so when the sun does hit the side, and I'm still working on it, maybe it won't be as hot. Did rake around. I got the debris and leaves out. That's my bag of tools over there. I have the meter up here with the fuse, and I have the fuse out from the side that the fuse was blown. So this reminds me that it was put in with the words, you can't really see them here, with the words on top that says pull on fuses, okay, is on top. So what I want to do is read down the left hand side if I can isolate that, and as long as the breakers are turned off inside, I can actually go on the terminal inside that thing and read down this gray wire that comes from that power inside to find out, make sure that wire is good, then go on from there. So the first thing you want to do is take all the screws off to take the top off. They should be about all the same size, and right here is where the motor is, and you could tell the motor has been replaced, okay, with a different kind, because that's why the technician that did this put new holes in. Just use some care when you're doing this. This is my first time getting into this thing, and I'm going to do it as we're talking. So hopefully this works out good. Hey, the worst case scenario, I have to call a technician in to do this. All right. Right now I haven't had to do that. I aim just like I did on that Malibu with the radiator. Nothing on YouTube, any place on how to do it. I did it myself and accomplished it, and a lot of you guys out there with that kind of Malibu enjoyed the video. So still enjoy the video. So that's what I intend doing with this, is getting this thing working, and we'll go from there. All right, I have most of the screws out from the edges. It's something this breaker, this circuit box, the main area where all the electronics are, came out as I lifted this up. I have two nuts in place of the fan. And what has to happen is you have to grab this fan as you're unscrewing it. So reach in there, and you should be able to twist them off with your fingers, but because of the rust, I'm not telling you the sizes because all of them are different. It really depends what the technician put on there when they installed it or fixed it last. So push the fan unit up so it's not putting a strain on it, and you should be able to back this off. Be careful you don't drop them, because I already did once. I have a egg carton on the other side. I'll show you that I'm putting all this in, and I dropped this one down inside, so and it's a mess in there. I might have to get my shop vac out here to clean out in there, since I can't lift up the whole thing to clean it. Just want to give this thing a really good thorough cleaning. See, right now the fan's trying to drop out from the bottom, and we need to actually remove that fan as if we're replacing it, so we can isolate it from the circuit. Something I found, right now the fan is free floating. Let me get this. I think I can remove this whole top. There's a harness. Okay, the fan harness is going through the top. Not cool. Okay, I'm grabbing the blade of the fan. I don't want to put too much strain on it. The harness, it's a red and it's red, black, and purple or blue or something like that. I don't know where it unplugs. There's a PVC pipe that hooks up to the fan itself. Okay, this is the problem with doing this yourself. Let's see, where's the screws? Right there, those two right there. Undo this. It can't be the same size, can it? Alright, I'm going to pause you. Okay, that's one of the nice little things to use with saving all your bolts and screws and stuff so you don't lose them, and also knowing where they go. So hopefully that'll help you out. Alright, it's better than put them all in your pocket and figure out where they go and all that. So, and you can even label them if you want. Alright, now we have 5/16 bit on this. I don't think the fan's going to fall. I don't like the idea that it will if it does. So I'm going to reach in there and grab a blade and hold it up. Okay, there we go. I'm going to, oh boy, I got to drop my drill. Get these two, hold them in your hand so you don't lose them. Pick this guy up and toss them onto the lawn. Okay, we have our fan in our hand. You put the screws down there. It's a mess down there. And I see the nut that I dropped too, so it's in there. Okay, we need to get this out of the way. And treat it nicely because we don't know if it's bad, and you don't want to ruin the blades because it's just the motor that would get changed out, not the blades. So down inside here, I don't have too much light and I have an awning on this. Hopefully the camera will really light up in there. Not really. Okay, that guy's the compressor. It's a big thing. I'm not sure what that does. It's tubes, so it has something to do with Freon, I think. This might have something to actually do with Freon. And that's not an area where I'm going to get into because I don't know anything about Freon. I know that'll hurt you really bad. So we just want to look at the electronics in here. So the fuse is popping, fuse is blowing, circuit breaker's popping. It's something to do with electronics. Okay, coming in from down underneath here. It's right down there. This is going out to your compressor. There's another bundle down inside here. It's down there. It's got 3 wires coming in from the fan. And the 3 wires are these guys right here. Following them out. There's no other wires, it's just 3. One comes up here to the circuit board. Okay. To DF2 of the fan. The brown goes to the capacitor that says fan. The black goes on top of a relay, it looks like. Actually, it's a junction box. Alright, so these are the kind of things you want to write down, you want to mark, you want to tape. But there's something that I want to show you that is really, really cool. Alright, inside of the panel that comes off of that is a schematic. Oh my goodness. Gold to an electrician. So I'm going to be referring to that a lot. Now, there's a tie strap here, and you got to be careful not to cut the wires. Alright, so don't cut in length of the wires. You need to cut vertically to the wires, or perpendicular to the wires. Alright, and you need to be careful not to nick them, and we need to get that tie strap out. Just remember, put a tie strap back in there. Alright, I'm going to put that into my egg case so I don't leave litter all over the place. So these are the 3 wires we need to push through. Alright, and we're going to open the dikes down. I'm going to pull it. I'm reaching inside and pushing here, pulling there. And we're probably going to be pulling one at a time. They're in different lengths. We're just going to pull them through. And then now there's that metal bracket that was on top. We need to remember to put this back on. We need to remember to put that back on before we put this fan back. Now we have the fan completely isolated from the unit itself. Okay, so technically we should be able to turn on this guy. I don't want to waste fuses, but if we turn it on and it works, then we know you know, the compressor's working, but there's no fan. The problem is, I think the fan is meant to keep the compressor cool, so we don't want to do that. So there's got to be some kind of resistance reading within this fan, and there is not a schematic on it. It shows black, purple, brown, and line. That's the schematic that's right there. Okay, that's just telling where it is, but it gives no value. But there is some kind of resistance inside this. So let's go take a look. I've made it a little cool place to work in. Oh, the comforts of the pop-up trailer that has an air conditioning in it. Oh, that works. Okay, according to the way this came out of the air conditioning, all right, the red was on the capacitor. All right, so on the fan side, actually it was on the circuit board. The purple was on the capacitor, and the black was on another thing. So my issue is the schematic here has different. Okay, so capacitor gets brown. The purple, which is this one, looks, I don't know what they're calling brown. The red looks brown, I guess is brown. The purple is this guy. The purple goes to the capacitor, and then the black, and this is the power. All right, which really confuses the heck out of me. But we're going to read each one of them. They should not be shorted. Doing this is shorted. I want to make sure you can see that, and I think you can. All right, so one is good. It's opened. All right, so what we're going to do is grab each one of these. I'm only using my fingers on one. I'm going to touch the other. We don't have a short. We have a resistance. I'm going to touch the other one. We have a short. We don't have a short. We have a resistance. All right, that means there's a coil inside there. We're going to do the same thing now with two others. That's got 130, 140 ohms, and we've already done this one, but we're going to go back to it. All right, so we've touched each one to lead. That's telling me my fan's good. All right, the only way we can really be sure of this is hook it up to some kind of AC power and run it, but I'm not going to do that. But it's telling me it's good, but I'm concerned about the schematic that's on the side of this. On the side of this thing that's saying that black, it's upside down, so bear with me. Black is the line along with purple, and the brown, BRO, I guess is brown, goes to the capacitor. All right, so with that in mind, I think this was wired wrong within the unit itself, inside the air conditioning. So I'm thinking about just going out and buying some fuses and pop it in there. But the question is, what caused it to fail in the first place? That's the issue there. Now, mind you that the internal breaker in the house is disabled, so it's safe to touch these connectors, okay, and you're not going to get shocked. All right, so we're doing a readout of the ohms. Now remember, this is the fuse panel, so it's the one right here, the one on the left. Here's the words up on top, and this is how it goes in. So we're going to read from this contact down here to the contact this is the power right here that comes in. There's a white, and there's a black, and there's ground. All right, so in a house, all right, typically we know in a car, in an aircraft, the black is ground. In a house, black is the hot wire, and white is the neutral. This is a 440 unit, so both of these are hot. So what I need to do is actually go in here and read each terminal to each and find out if something inside this box is shorting out. Now granted, the quick fix is probably to change out the compressor, but when it comes to you know, blowing a fuses, it's a short someplace, and that's what we're looking for. Any burnt items, anything that's burnt, and I don't see. I'm going to take a compressor and blow all this dust out, I think, because dust can cause a lot of issues too. All right, I don't see capacitor's not popped there, and this capacitor is brand new. All right, so just got to do some more investigating in there. I cleaned it up really good, including inside. Most of the leaves are off the bottom, the shop vac. Okay, now what I did is I came in, I touched both of the leads. Both of these are 120 volts, making it 240. Okay, so that to ground, which this is the ground, and they did not short out, so this is good. This has a little push button right here, if you can see this, but that pushed in. When you push this, or it's retracted, the coil inside, there's a coil that's way down in there. When it energizes, this pushed in, it makes this connect to this guy up here. So I put a lead on that one, this one, push that down, and it read good. All right, now these two wires right here, if you follow that down and move it, okay, and actually look, it's two wires. It's two wires right here, two wires right here, and it goes down to this switch. And that switch is a plug. Let's see if I can see it real quick. It's right here. It's not that easy to see. Yeah, there you go. It's right there. When you take this off, you wiggle it back and forth and pull it up. The ripples, there's only on one side, and it's on your thumb. When you put it back down, it's toward that sensor that's up on top. So just remember that. I really don't know if it bothers it if it's backwards or not. Okay, but just to be on the safe side, like I said, I'm not a air conditioning guy, heating and air, so I'm just a normal homeowner doing this. I'm going to read out those to each other and then end to end and see if I have good continuity and they're not shorted off. We will have to pop one of these off so we're not reading through the system. Okay, you're going to set that back on the ohms. We got continuity. I think you can see it on there. Continuity between the two wires. This is my jumper that I'm going to use. It's copper stranded. So I'm going to twist the ends to where they're more solid. Alright. We're going to make sure that this reads continuity. And we have it. It's continuity. So I'm going to use this as a jumper in here so I can read both wires out at the same time. I'm going to stick it in one side, I hope, and turn around and stick it in the other side. And keep the other one in while I'm doing it. Paper clip works wonders too. Alright, so right now that's in. I don't know if I can actually pull it up and show you. Let's see, can I get it up there? Yeah, you can see it. It's in there. So now when I read through that, I want to take one of these off. If I don't spill everything when I'm doing this, if I take it off the... Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put one lead on that one. And I'm going to touch the one that's plugged in. We should get continuity, and we do. So we have a complete loop. Now the thing we have to do now is take the jumper out. Alright. It's still unplugged. We need to read each one of these to ground. So I have this, and I'm touching the ground wire that comes from the house. And there's no continuity. Alright, now I'm going to leave the other one in the circuit board. You're going to see what happens now. When I hit the ground, I'm on that one, I'm going to hit the ground. We have no continuity, so it's not even reading anything through the circuit board. And definitely not a short through the wire. So that wire is good. Alright, just got to make sure I put it back on where I got it from, since I didn't take a picture of it. And I can't see it with the camera there. Alright, so make sure you plug everything back in. Remember the ripples on the thumb when you're putting that thing back in. It's looking more and more like it is the compressor. Okay, looking down in the compressor, and it's way down there. You can see the yellow wire going down there, but beside it is a very thick black and a very thick red that come through. Those are the three wires we're really concerned with. All the others are sensors. That's what it looks like. There's two red ones going into the side down there. As you're looking at this video, it's in the up position going up. And then down lower is two yellow ones. They look like yellow or white. Going down to another sensor. I don't think a sensor would short out. We're going to look at the compressors though. So coming over here, coming through this harness right here, the thick red, the thick black right here. Alright, and both are coming off of the two currents coming in, the voltage 220 each coming in. So these are the culprits going straight down to there, and this is the one coming up to the capacitor, the yellow one. So we're going to read each one of these to each other and then to ground. We're really concerned about what's happening to ground. Alright, there's my meter, and we're going to check ohms once again. You always do this. And you can see the numbers come up to almost all zeros. All right, that's what we're looking. We're actually looking for that. We're hoping something shorts out, and that's the key thing. We're going to take the yellow Herm off the compressor, the capacitor first. We're going to hit it to ground, and there's no short. I'm using the ground that's coming straight out of the house. It's not right. That wouldn't be, I just realized something. That probably, yeah, it's still ground to this. Okay, start now. Just remember when you unplug all these, make sure you know which one of these, what I call elements, or pieces of copper sticking up off of the thing. These are on each side is 4, and it's on the lower right for each one of them. All right, so this is my big red one, my big black one, and my yellow one off of the capacitor. All right, so hit that to ground. We have nothing. We're going to take the black one to ground. Nothing. And the red one to ground. Nothing. So this is really concerning me, that let's try them together. Nothing. We have something there. We had something. Yeah, not my fingers. It's not really a short. There's a value. We have something, nothing here. So on the red one, which is, now we got to figure out, that's on the right one. That is the one. That is the one that, on the right one of this, that's shorting out. So that seems like it's something there, which is actually going to the compressor. That tells me the compressor is probably bad. Oh my goodness. Last price on online is somewhere around $700. Okay, what you want to do next is take the picture. I'm going to try and get this off of here. What you want to do now is take the picture off the top of the compressor, do a Google search on it, see how much it's going to cost you. Once you get it in, find a contractor that will put it in. Minimal charge is the service fee. And of course you're going to say that he doesn't warranty anything. So, and that's probably the cheapest way to do it, but still, for somebody that's not working during the summer, you know, business is real slow on my computer job, no substitute teaching during the summer. I mean, I wish we had year-round school, that would be nice. Well, that's it. Okay, until I can get some fuses in, I have them on order from eBay, the cheapest place in the world. I'll show you that. To get fuses, and I'll probably just put it all back together and try it again with new fuses in the spot. Maybe by chance it's the fuse, who knows. Thanks for watching the video, and be sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this. You have 5 seconds to do that. So enjoy the rest of the video, and hey, now it's over. So see you back. Be kind to those you meet, and have a nice day. Bye for now.